According to a recent report by PricewaterhouseCoopers, 1 in 3 organizations was a victim of fraud within a 1-year period. And it's not just the bad guys who commit fraud anymore. People who consider themselves to be ethical are perpetrating fraud on a more regular basis. Pam Murphy, professor of accounting at Queen's School of Business, says that there are 3 factors that are in play when someone first commits a fraudulent act: opportunity, motivation, and rationalization.
That has been known for a while, that supposedly these 3 factors have to be in place for someone to commit fraud. And, you know, the more that each of them are in place, the higher likelihood that someone will commit fraud. Opportunity, if we're talking about an organizational structure or committing fraud within an organization, opportunity has to do with the fact that someone perceives that they can commit this fraud and get away with it. So it might be weak internal controls. You know, it might be the warehouse that holds inventory isn't locked, or you know, things like that for smaller frauds. Motivation is, of course, a reason to commit fraud, and the most obvious one that most of us are familiar with is greed. But there can be so many more motives. There can be a true financial need. Someone is in financial trouble. It could be someone just wants to look good, so they will falsify something. They, you know, want to build their reputation. Or it might be they're under a great deal of pressure. And so all of those things could be motives. And a lot of those then are external, but then the internal part of that goes on in our heads is the rationalizing of the behavior. So if opportunity and motive are strong enough, my research seems to suggest that virtually all of us are capable of rationalizing something to make ourselves feel okay about what we're doing and therefore commit fraud.